Hello guys and welcome back to my channel. Today in this video I'm going to check a new ESC and flight controller combo from a new company named TTTRC. In this video I'm going to go over the stack features and then I'm going to head outdoors and test it out. The flight controller and the 4-in-1 ESC come safely protected inside this metal box. Inside we can find, along with the 4-in-1 ESC and the flight controller, two 12 AWG battery lead wires, the harness for connecting the 4-in-1 ESC in the flight controller, a high-quality AMAS XT60 connector, a 35 volts 220 microfarad capacitor, and 4 golden metal screws along with spacers and rubber shock absorbers. The TTTRC 4-in-1 ESC is a BLLE32 50A ESC. It has a current sensor and it supports ESC telemetry. On the bottom of the ESC we can find some pretty big offsets and its general quality looks great. Moving on to the flight controller, this is an F7 dual flight controller, which means it has both MPU 6000 and ICM 2602 gyros, and you can switch between them using the Betaflight CLI. It comes pre-flashed with Betaflight 3.4.0 and it is running OMNIBUSF7 V2 firmware. At the moment of shooting this video, there is no available user manual, but anyway, I don't think you're going to need one because everything is pretty well marked on the flight controller itself. All the soldering pads are located on the top of the flight controller. They seem pretty big and easy to work with. On the front, we can find the pads for the camera and the VTX. The camera is going to be provided with 5 volts and the VTX with the voltage of the battery. On the right, we can find the RSSI pad, pads for the buzzer, a pretty big boot button, which is in the form I like. On the sides, 2 pretty big LC filters, and on the bottom we can find 3 UART ports and 2 ground and plus 5 volts pads. On the bottom of the flight controller we can find the connector for the 4-in-1 ESC, and on the sides we can find connectors for LEDs, which is a pretty unique feature. So if you already have LEDs such as this one, which is included in this AGRC set, you can simply place each LED strip on each arm, which is a pretty useful feature, especially if you participate in racing events or you're flying in indoor parking lots. Another unique feature of the flight controller and the ESC is that the working voltage is between 10 to 33.6 volts, which means you can use it with LiPo batteries between 3 to 8 cells. The dimensions of the 4-in-1 ESC are about 42.4 by 40 by 6.3 millimeters. The dimensions of the flight controllers are 36 by 36 by 7 millimeters. The weight of the 4-in-1 ESC by itself is 14.5 grams. The weight of the flight controller is 7.8 grams. Together they weigh 22.2 grams. Along with the metal screws and spacers and also the harness, it weighs 30.1 grams. And including the capacitor, the total weight is 31.5 grams. The next thing I'm going to do is to assemble the TTTRC stack on the AGRC Mephisto frame, and in this video I'm also going to try the Xing 2207-2450 kV motors, which I've recently reviewed. After that I'm going to quickly go over the Betaflight configuration and head outdoors and test it out.